I got the complete dash kit as I told you earlier. One of the headlights that I needed. I'm a bit annoyed, like. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode from Salvage Nation. This episode we're back on my budget build, which is the 2013 Audi A3 8V. This video is brought to you by the guys over at Top Don, but I'll get onto them later on. This episode is all about sorting out this mess on the interior of the car. In the last episode you saw me, I removed the dashboard. Well, I've got a new dashboard and a new passenger airbag, new driver airbag, a new complete airbag kit basically, and we're going to be fitting that into this car, getting the interior looking all nice, and then we're going to go out. Let me show you, we're going to get the car inside. We're going to start to work on that driver side still. I managed to get an off-cut piece from a donor car. We need to do some bodywork there, jigging, and there's a lot of stuff we need to do, so let's get into it. So one of my subscribers came down, guys, and bless him, he was able to give me one of these, and he just donated to the build. He said he had one of these A3 8V's grills, which is a massive help because it means I don't need to buy one, and it's gloss black, so it's going to be great. But if I stick that to the side right there, have a look. When I went down to the breakers, VAG Planet, I got the complete dash kit as I told you earlier in the previous episode. So have a look. I've got a complete dash right there. Everything is in good condition, everything's in good nick, and underneath there you should see the passenger airbag right there. So I'm just gonna lift it in place, and then just gotta do everything that I did in the previous episode, but in reverse. I know where all the screws need to go. It clips into these little brackets right here. Put the screen in. I'm really funny about this. I don't want to break this, so I'm gonna get the screen back into its protective kind of enclosure, get that all sorted, and then we can get the car in the garage. Here's my blown driver airbag. Here's the replacement one. It's a like-for-like part, and on this particular model, if you look right there, you can see how tight it is. Once the airbags go, these bad boys go as well, which are the two front seat belts. So it's just a matter of refitting all of these, replacing all of these, and then I can stick it on my Top Don. Remember guys, this is a sponsored video, and I'm going to get into that later, but I've got a diagnostic tool from the guys over at Top Don, which I'm going to be using to clear all of this mess. So guys, when you're doing these dashboards, always remember to connect your demisting sensor, otherwise your windscreen will always be misting. So before I put anything in, I always make sure that I put in, checked first of all to see if it's got one, and always remember to plug in your demisting sensor. Top tip, let's continue. That one's in, passenger one's in, screen's in, all the connections are in. I've just put on the gear lever, everything's in. So let's start the car. I know that the knee airbag isn't on yet, so the light is still gonna be on, but it's safe to start the car now. Let's see what's going on. Is the screen gonna work? Uh-oh. I don't see any action on the screen. I was a bit scared. I haven't connected all of this power to the screen. So let me connect this bit up and then we'll check again. Alright you guys, take two. Now that I've remembered to connect the actual multimedia box, everything on the glove box is looking nice. Let's do that one more time. Start the car up. Here comes the screen. Yep, seems to be working okay. I just want to test the controls, make sure that everything is working. Okay, it's connecting to the media. Horn is working. And I always like to make sure that I haven't damaged the inner workings. There's an airbag squib, like a ribbon kind of wire, and I like to just give it full lock to the right, full lock to the left, and then just double check to see if everything's still working. And I can hear music. Yep, that seems to be working. Everything seems to be working there, fine. I'm getting air out of the vents and the AC is still working, funny enough. So I am happy. We can go ahead and continue putting in all of these little side bits now, but the majority of the job is done. Everything is in there nice and sturdy. I am happy, happy days. Guys, before we continue, I want to take a moment to talk about today's video sponsors. Like I said earlier, this video is sponsored by Top Don. Top Don is a company who makes equipment for working on vehicles, such as the salvage cars that we do here on the channel, a breeze. Check it out, they've sent me out 2 products. And the first product that they sent me out is this diagnostic tool. And this thing is so small and compact, and it packs a big punch because it works on any vehicle that has an ODB2 port. And the good thing about it, it's got Wi-Fi, so you can update it, and you'll always be one step ahead of the latest vehicles that are coming off the production line. This thing will always be able to be updated, and they release regular updates to keep you ahead of the game. Now, I've used this on a lot of cars so far, and it's so easy and compact to use. Let me show you what it looks like. Now, first of all, guys, it comes in this lovely little carrying case, and this is so nice and compact, you can keep it in the boot of your car and you wouldn't even notice it. When you open it up, everything is inside, tucked away nice and neat, and this is it. This is the unit, it's so small. Now check this out, it comes with this wireless VCI, and this plugs in right here, safe and easy to store, and all you need to do is push it, pull it out, plug it into your car, and you've got a wireless link between the machine and your car. You can do full diagnostics, you can do reading of live data, and you can do a lot of maintenance protocols. So for example, if you've got a BMW and you need to reset the CBS, because if you've done the oil change or whatever, you can connect your BMW to this car. Just as well, if you've got an Audi or VW or a VAG group car, and you need to reset your steering angle sensor, that is a major problem on cars where they come from the salvage yards. If they've had a little knock and they stuck it off, you can connect this bad boy to your car and you can do a full reset of your SAS, which is the steering angle sensor. And there's so much more that we can do. I'll be doing a further review video on this bad boy later on. But another product that I've got, and I can't live, I'm telling you, I cannot live without this. When I buy cars from Copart, the first time they get delivered, 8 times out of 10 is always dead. Battery is always flat because the car has been sat for a prolonged period of time. And check it out. This is a little jump starter, and this tiny little box is capable of jump starting cars up to a 4-litre diesel. That is heavy duty stuff. And it comes with the little box, which has got a nice little torch. If you get stranded somewhere in the night time, or if you're working on the car in the dark, you literally double tap the button and there we have it, a nice little torch for you to work on. And you can also do the SOS sign as well. So if you're stranded, this is a nice little kit to have. Now, once again, I will be doing a full review of all of their products in the future, but if you want to grab anything from Top Don, either the jump start or the diagnostic tool, use discount code Salvage Nation and head on over to their Amazon shop and you will get 10% off your purchase. Now, with that said, let's get back to the video. Alright you guys, so it's the next day, well it's a few days later actually. Yesterday I put out, it's Sunday today, on Saturday morning you got a little treat, which was that little Toyota CHR. And I thought I'll put that one out, like I said, because I needed to get some parts for this budget Audi A3 build. And today some parts have come in, or yesterday some parts have come in. I keep getting mixed up. So it's Sunday today. Yesterday, as I was filming and getting that other car ready, some more parts came in for the Audi A3. So I'm headed down to the garage nice and early on a Sunday morning, do a little bits, and then this video is coming out Sunday evening. So let's get down to the garage. I'm gonna show you what's come, get some bits in place, and I'll show you what I need to do with the Audi build. Just a quick update on the 135. The guys from KSB, if you remember, I'd done the LCI facelift to the front end. The guys from KSB actually sent me out this lip, and I went ahead and I fitted the lip, and the lip has just transformed the front end of the car. I went ahead and I've done this on my TikTok actually, and I put these little brows on it using some, what is it, finger tape, cutting tape. It's actually done a good job. But yeah, that's a quick update on that car, my little baby. Sounds amazing, looks amazing. I might be selling this car, so if any of you guys, I'm testing the waters. If anyone's interested in my LCI or pre-LCI, but now LCI BMW M140i, do let me know. Just testing the waters. Also got, this is my pre-LCI tailgate. If anyone needs a pre-LCI tailgate, or if you need any wing panels, I've got three wing panels actually. I've got both the driver side and the passenger side wings for F20, F21, and also this panel, do let me know. So there you go guys, CHR is still in the garage. Excuse all the mess on the top, I think Akil was doing some other bits there. But as you can see, we've done everything that you saw in yesterday's video really. Saturday's video saw we completely transformed the front end on this car, and now we're just waiting for some parts. Get those headlights in, get that bonnet on, get the bumper, everything done, and hopefully everything continues to go well with this build. A lot of you guys got in the comments and said that you want to see part 2, so it's looking like I will be filming part 2. It's all governed by you guys. Whatever you guys say is gonna go. But back to the Audi, this is one of the headlights that I needed. I only needed the driver headlight anyway, so we're gonna get that on the car hopefully. And then this box around the back, I think Akil said this came for me yesterday. This should be the driver side wing, and those are some panels. But off camera as well, I completed the entire interior. I put back on all of the little plastics and clips. So at the beginning of this episode, we have now got that complete interior dash kit back together. I still need to change the
several bad puns later.
I still need to change the seat belts at a later date, which I will, and you will see that at some point. But for now, let's get the car inside. I need to open up everything, move this car out of the way, get the Audi into the garage, and start doing some work. I also went back down to the garage, Vag Planet, and I got a little off cut. I'll explain to you all of that in a second. Alright guys, I got a few more bits for this car, but before I show you what I've got some good news about this car and the Salvage Nation community. And guess what? Like, you can't write this stuff. I was chilling at home the other day, an Instagram notification popped up, and it was one of my subscribers. He was like, yo bro, is that car a 63 plate? Da, da, da. He was like, yeah, that's my car. And when I looked at the message history, he had messaged me about a year ago about a couple of things, telling me how good the channel is, etc, etc. So it's not like a new subscriber. He's been subscribed to the channel, and this is his car. So I was able to get the logbook. I've got the logbook numbers. I can do it all online. Before I had to wait, I was looking at waiting about 6 weeks, but now that he's come forward, I managed to get some history about the car, a little bit of some story about what happened, etc, etc. So happy days. So guys, one of the really annoying things that I noticed when I got the car, hold on, if I open the bonnet, it doesn't stay up. Look, as soon as you let it go, it just drops. And that's because this bonnet strut, there was a lot of oil, and I feel like all the oil inside has leaked out, so it's not got any resistance. So it's just really, really loose. So when I was down at the breakers, I managed to pick up one of them, and there it is right there. Whilst I was there as well, I saw it's a S3 that he was breaking, and he's just got these genuine Audi mats. I picked them up for what? I gave him a tenner. So for everything that you're seeing here, the mats, the strut, and the seal, and some other little bits inside. I gave him 50 quid. Like, you can't go wrong with that. But this is the sill, and this is the outer skin. So once again, I know that people said that it should have been a Cat S, but I feel like this is all just cosmetic damage. So the plan is I'm gonna cut it maybe about here, and then cut it up here somewhere. And once again, this is just the outer skin, and then I'll just see the natural kind of progression of where all of these bits are seated. Actually, there's the seam right there. I feel like once we straighten it out a little bit, when that keel comes in, and then we can just weld this particular piece into place. And the reason why I went ahead and I got this is because if you see these two screws right there, that's where the bottom of the wing is gonna sit. And if you don't do this properly, then the wing is not gonna sit properly, which then means that everything out here is gonna be out of turn. All of these bits we can straighten, and like I showed you before, there's no damage to the main part of the chassis. But yeah, those are just the little bits that I've got. So let's go ahead, get all of those on. I want to get the headlight panel in, and I want to get the headlight on the car. So let's go. Alright, so guys, so like you just seen, I've put on that driving side headlight. That seems to have gone in fine. I've got a couple more brackets on the bottom section that I need to put in, which are right here. Here's the broken one. And I never throw away my parts because there's all these little nuts, screws, plastic brackets, and just a little reference as to where things has to go. And this is my replacement one that I got from my breaker, like for like part. Now, let me spit a bit of game. If you remember, when I was removing this panel, I said I never throw away my old panels. And this old bashed up wing, which looks like rubbish, has been in the boot of this car ever since I got it, and I removed it. But here's a look. This is my replacement wing, and this is what I was saying. And I learned this from experience. On Audi and VWs, I said it, there's a little section right here that needs to be removed because it's actually riveted on to the actual wing. And when you buy a replacement wing, it's missing those little connections right there. So if you have a look, you can see the holes. I don't know if you can see that. There's one hole there, all the holes along the inner rail of that wing panel, and it needs to get that piece from the broken wing. So we're gonna get that off, get it onto this wing. I think I've got a riveting machine in the back somewhere, and try to get this partially on. It's gonna come back off because, like I said, have a look down at this section here. If you can see those two holes, they need to correspond with these two holes here from this side piece. So once we get this in place and all of these body lines kind of lined up and everything, we can use that as a reference as to how much we need to cut off of this little side piece. So I just wanted to show you that, but for now I'm going to leave that because I can't do anything more with that. What I want to do is I need to strip down this front end section here, remove the broken bumper, and I need to remove that water rad. I cannot find the water rad for this car for the life of me. My supplier said that they haven't got it in stock for another 2 months, and I don't want to go to Audi. Audi are going to charge an arm and a leg for that. But if it comes down to it, I'm going to have it. But I'm going to take it off, get the part number, and go searching a little bit more. Alrighty guys, so have a look. Tell me what you think. I went ahead and I fitted the headlight. I went ahead and I fitted this strut brace. And as you can see now, the other one was really, really loose, and that's because, like I said, there was no oil inside. But more importantly, I'm a bit annoyed. Like, you know what? The main bulk of the damage was to this driving side, and they didn't have a lot of damage. However, it's just a lot of unfortunate damage. So for the most part, the radiator looks okay. The fan is all right. There's no damage here. Spinning freely, no problem. But it literally just got a little nag right at the bottom, and I'll show you the connector. It's still connected. So that's the connector inside, and have a look. It literally just nagged it, and it wasn't completely broken off. I broke it off because there was no point just keeping it hanging. And I'm gonna tie this up, but have a look. Like, it's just really annoying. However, this is what I took all of this out to get, which is the part number, and I'm gonna do another search. I've been searching on the reg and the VIN number, but I know that VW, Audi, Skoda, and a lot of the other Golfs and stuff with similar engines, they use similar parts as all part of the VAG group. And I'm hoping that if I can search with the part number that I can find it, use. I want to keep this on a budget. I don't want to go spending 200 quid on just a water rad. Moving around on this side, I went ahead and I just tied up the wires with a cable tie. I don't want them hanging to cause further damage. And lastly, I had to separate. This is the AC condenser. This AC condenser is still full of pressure and full of gas. I've checked it manually by pressing it, and I can hear it, like you can see it just shooting out as soon as you touch. There's a little pin, but more easily, when you turn on the AC on the interior, it works. The AC is working. It's super, super cold, so that tells me there's still gas in there. So I'm gonna be recycling the gas from the AC tank, and I don't wanna pollute kind of like the environment. It's illegal, actually. I've been called out for it when I did it in the past, and I've learned from that. But you know what? Moaning aside, have a look. The car is really, really coming together. Another thing before I continue though is I'm having a bit of an issue where this whole thing is spinning. And it's really, I'm a bit worried because it was really tight. I kept trying to loosen it, and then the whole thing started spinning on this one and at this point here as well. And if I can't get these old broken screws out of there, I'm gonna have to replace this entire strip, which is spot welded there. It's not a huge job, it's just more of an annoying job, a little bit more work that I do not want to do. And like I said to you, I will be sorting this out in a future episode. So guys, there you have it. We've managed to do a lot of work yet again on my budget Audi A3 8V build. We managed to get that dashboard fits, we managed to get the radiators off, and I managed to get the headlight fitted, amongst a lot of other things. I've got a clear plan of what I need to get. I've got a clear plan, and that's the thing, guys. When you're doing salvage cars, it's all about planning and preparation, and then you execute it. And that's the plan for the next episode. I know exactly what I need to do. In the next episode, we're going to be tackling that finch, we're going to be tackling that sill, and we're going to be getting that wing in place. And just hopefully by then the front bumper would have come in the post as well, and then we can go ahead and just buckle up all the panels on the car. Thank you to the subscriber who's given me the logbook. Now that I can tax this car, I'm going to insure it really quick, MOT it, and hopefully in the not so distant future we can go out for a proper test drive, see what this little 1.4 turbo engine is saying, and then we're going to just be continuing, and then I'm going to be selling this car. So if you're interested, let me know from early. A lot of you guys also got into the comments after yesterday's video on the CHR. There it is. We're going to be continuing the work on the CHR, and you guys said you want episode 2, so I'll be delivering episode 2. I've got a Steeder build coming, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, head on over to my Instagram account. It's the worst kept secret. I've got a crazy Steeder build coming, so there's so much more to come. So if you want to follow that, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and make sure you follow me on Instagram if you're not already watching. You get a proper insight into what goes on behind the scenes here at Salvage Nation. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed it, press the like button, and I'm gonna catch you in the next one. So like I always say, keep it moving, and I'll see you in the next one. Guys, thank you for watching. Click here to see what YouTube thinks you should watch. Click here to watch one of my previous episodes. And like it said there, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We out.